has actually been checking up on me as well. It really means so much to me seeing things like this. Like, the reason I haven't uploaded the last 2 days, I was a little bit unwell, but I also just felt like just thought I'd take a little break over the weekend while we build everything up and prepare a nice video for you guys on Sunday. Thank you for all the kind messages. I'm all good though, guys, and we're back for a big grind this week. We're so close to Ark Survival Ascended now, it's crazy, unless there's any delays, which hopefully there won't be. Now, if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get in with today's news. Now, just as a reminder, I have had an estimate for the release of Ark Survival Ascended to be on the 27th of October. Some people are saying the 26th, and if that is the case, we're 11 to 12 days away from launch, which just feels crazy considering we haven't even seen a trailer yet. So the new Community Crunch 383 came out, and to be honest, it was a pretty poor one. It's, you know, we all were expecting this to be the Community Crunch that we'd have the trailer in. I really thought this myself, but unfortunately this wasn't the case. But apparently there is actually a way around the Steam thing. So you know, you guys, how I made a video the other day talking about how a game on Steam has to have a coming soon page 2 weeks in advance. Apparently there is a way around it. Anyway, that's just what's been talked about on Twitter, so that means that we might not actually get the Steam page as soon as we thought we would. But anyway, so let's just read through the crunch and then we'll go through all the big Discord information that we found out. So welcome to another edition of the Community Crunch. The wait for the Dreadnoughtus reveal is almost over. We didn't even get it this week. Be on the lookout for the concept in the Community Crunch next week. So next week will literally be the last week before launch, and of course I'm hoping that the Dreadnoughtus, I think we might not actually see the crunch until the actual week of the launch of the game, and I think the crunch will come out with the launch, which will be really interesting if it actually is not going to be for 2 weeks. So we'll find out anyway, either next week or the week after that. So we're bursting with excitement with the arrival of all of the new community creature voted, well, the winners for Ark Survival Ascended. Your involvement and participation is shaping the world, and we can't wait to see them in action. Here's a recap of the community voted creatures you can expect to see in Ark Survival Ascended. Now, yes, this was a little bit of a filler from Wildcard here, but Dolly always says the same thing. I read it all the time. She says, would you rather have no crunch at all and have no information, or would you at least rather have something? And I agree. I would rather have the crunches than not have the crunches, even if there isn't any information, because even the tiniest thing, like, you know, these little bits at the beginning saying to us like, you know, we're so close. Even just the tiniest word about the launch of the game is just at least letting us know what's going on. So anyway, I'm not really going to be spending too much time in here, but this is the Phaseolus Uchus, which is coming to Scorched Earth. It's meant to be in December, so it is a dangerous creature of Scorched Earth. Their ambushes and sand whirlpool attacks make them a formidable threat. Taming these creatures is a challenging task due to their resistance to narcotics, but those who succeed gain a powerful companion for the traversing, for traversing the scorching sands. So that's pretty cool. Then we have the Gigantoraptor, which is going to be on Ragnarok. Huge creature, as you can see, size comparison there.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket and catch your favorite NFL teams. Watch out-of-market Sunday games live all season long, only on YouTube and YouTube TV. Sign up now. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply.
It's a nurturing creature, fiercely protective of its young. While taming adults seems impossible, taming their young could be very rewarding, and as they grow up, to care for your tribe's creatures, teach them to fight and help locate orphaned animals. We also have the Yiling, I don't actually know how to pronounce it, but it demonstrates remarkable agility, clinging to walls, gliding short distances, and evading attacks. It preys on smaller creatures, launching barbed feathers at them, rapidly regenerating its protective plumage. The tamed creature serves various purposes, for scouting canvases to harassing foes, and its unique diet potentially influencing its combat abilities. And then finally, the Shastasaurus on the center. The Shastasaurus is akin to the Itchy. It exhibits a profound fascination with humans, as you can see there. Taming this majestic sea creature proved to be a remarkable experience, and some tribes have even equipped the Shastasaurus with periscopes, torpedo bays, and cargo holds, turning them into a fantastical aquatic vehicles. Oh, wow, okay, of a children's cartoon. Maybe I'm too young for that, I don't know. But yeah, so that is pretty much everything you need to know with the creatures that come into the game. I didn't want to spend too much time on that because we kind of all know that with that, the main part is the Discord stuff. So official server saves, I've already given you guys those of recaps. If you haven't got your Nitrado server yet, for your official save on the old official servers and you want to move them over, link is in the description down below. You can use, I think they're currently 10% off at this moment in time if that sale is still on. And then we have the community corner, Ark Ascended parody of Over the Rainbow. I'll probably have to give that a check out after this. DMAC, I love DMAC. DMAC was literally him and Slipgator right at the beginning of the Ark, my whole Ark journey, where the first two I used to come home from school, whack on one of their videos, and the fact now that I'm doing an Ark YouTube channel is just like, I still can't believe it, and I definitely would one day in future of Ark Survival Ascended. I would love to do some work with DMAC because I've been a big fan, so that would mean a lot. And then we have the fan art of the week here. Some really, really nice stuff. I like this griffin here. And some other cool stuff flying in the skies of Ark Survival Evolved. A nice griffin there. A Tyrannus from the Paleo Ark mod. And then some in-game screenshots of the week as we prepare to say goodbye to Ark Survival Evolved in preparation for Asa. So that's the community crunch. Now we're going to be going through the Discord stuff, which is the more important stuff, because that's where you find your more interesting information. So the first thing is pretty much someone replying to the crunch saying, "What is this?" And Dolly said, "It is the crunch after I told you guys it's probably best to temper expectations," which, to be fair to Dolly, she literally did say that. Like, she did say that it was going to be a pretty poor community crunch. Well, not poor, she didn't use that word, but she said it was going to be just try and not have too high expectations for it, and she couldn't be any more correct because it's just information we already know. But anyway, and then basically she's been asking for like ideas. They've been learning, they want to learn a little bit more about the crunch and how Wildcard think they can do better. And Dolly said, thank you for sharing that. I think it's probably a good idea if I just step back on giving pre-crunch heads up. Now, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, Dolly, if you're watching this, like, I actually don't think that it's a bad idea at all that you give heads up on what the crunch is going to be like, because then it kind of just, I suppose, well, I don't know, I suppose it doesn't really matter either way, but I just think if we know, if it's going to be a bad one.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first. Watch this. I can show you how to get the sweetest deals online when you shop from major retailers like Amazon and Target. You can drop prices automatically. I can show you how, but I can't do it for you. People are saving real money doing this. $160 million in the last year. Across thousands of different retailers, you'll immediately see this. See what I mean? You'll see better prices you had no idea existed. And you don't even have to ask. They just show up automatically. Download this free tool that'll give you access to the deals. Just click, click. Done. That's it. Simple. It takes all of 10 seconds, and there's no need to enter any personal information. There's no technical mumbo jumbo. It's that easy. What are you waiting for? It takes less than 30 seconds to start saving. And this is all 100% free.
At Nordstrom Rack, find great brands at great prices. Save big on go-to denim, fall's best jackets, and more. Rock your look with amazing deals on brands you love. In stores, on our app, and online.
Then you could just say it's going to be a bad one, or if it's going to be an exciting one. But maybe you could hide that. I feel like sometimes, I don't know. Actually, maybe not. Maybe just say, yeah, you could be in for something pretty cool. I don't know. Be interesting to see what you guys think that Dolly would be good for. And then someone just said close enough to Showtime anyway. And this is good news. This is why I wanted to add it, because Dolly did reply saying, yup, exactly. So we're pretty much close to the Showtime, as they say. So that's why I'm getting this really weird feeling that Friday the 27th of October, if that is ended up to be the launch of the game, I could imagine us maybe actually just having everything launch on that day of the 27th. I really could see that happening. I would rather it come in the crunch the week before, just so it gives time to build up to it. But yeah, that's very interesting. Someone said, since all the DLCs are from Ark Survival Evolved, are becoming a base game for Asa, would a cut dinos be restored back to their respective spots? What I mean is Valguero and Crystal Isles used to have rock drake spawns, but it was cut. I think it was to prevent a devalue of aberration. Would they be brought back for Asa? And Jap did respond saying it's basically going to be the latest version of the game. So nothing's changing like in that sense of things, but it's just going to be the most updated from what changes were made. Something Jap also announced is that there will be tech on day one for Ark Survival Ascended. I saw that you guys made videos, a lot of content creators over the weekend on that, so I was giving that a little watch. A shame I couldn't end up making a video on it to let you guys know, but I thought I'd just bundle it all into this one today with all of your updates. And then we also had, I think this was about the Halloween event. Yeah, this was about, so someone said, I've seen it mentioned that it was said there will be no Halloween event, and that pretty much confirms that there isn't going to be a Halloween event, which is a bit sad. Unless it's a trick and they actually are going to get it, because Jack said the source was the crunch. And if we go back to what the crunch said, the older crunch, I think it was in this crunch. I think it was in this crunch. If we scroll down, this was such an exciting community crunch. Thinking back to it now, reading through it, and because we haven't really had too much over the last 2 weeks. Where was it about the? I think it was somewhere here about the day one character overhaul. What about cheaters? Where was it about the events? Oh, there it is. I think. Yes, we'll still be doing these. The first Asa event will be Extra Life, which that will be coming up at the start of November. And then they will be doing our first content-related event in December with the launch of Winter Wonderland. So, yeah, I don't think there will be a Halloween event this year, which is really upsetting, because I actually was really hyped for Halloween this year. And then finally, this is just something I thought I'd share with you guys. Cedric said on Twitter saying, it's weird seeing a lot of questions that have been previously answered in the community crunch. Is it not engaging enough to read? Do you prefer a different format of these types of updates? Is it a visibility thing, as in not seeing the crunch? Is it too much reading? Help. And it said outside of short form videos, for those who aren't weekly crunch people, would you sign up for an Ark newsletter that came out when we had significant updates like the FAQ? That way you'd only be getting important news. I appreciate the open dialogue, peeps. Let's see what we can improve. So my opinion on the crunch is that I really like it how it is. I don't want the crunch to change, because for me, I am someone who's always constantly checking in with things, but I do understand if you're someone that doesn't check in on Ark as much as I do, or some of other people in the community, you may end up missing out on things, which I completely understand. I do feel like it's good to keep it completely the same way, because there's people that love the way it's done. But yeah, I don't think there'd be anything wrong with like an Ark newsletter. I feel like that would make it so people wouldn't miss out on big updates. So if you could sign up, you know, promote it everywhere, And if you could sign up to some form of ARC newsletter, I do think that will help a lot of people, because some people don't want to read the same information they've already got. So I can understand that sometimes people can miss crunches. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Short form videos would be amazing if Wildcard can get some time in the future. I used to be a big fan of Sea of Thieves back in the day, probably a couple of years ago, and they used to do these like sort of update videos, and they were great. Like it really made you want to get engaged with the video. So if Wildcard do get time in the future to do that, I definitely think they should hire someone or bring someone in that wouldn't say no to doing all of their video content and stuff, and really getting involved with it. But anyway, that is your end of the week Ark Survival Ascended news on Sunday night. I hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend. We're getting close now, guys. As I said, it could be between 11 to 12 days until we will be getting Ark Survival Ascended and loading it up for the first time. It does not feel like it, guys, but it is actually true. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video very soon. See you guys then.